All right, hello everybody. I just thought I'd go live because I didn't have time for all the hoopla, okay? Now, I always love to get I was actually going to do this upstairs so I don't have a pretty design, and I decided to come outside and look at the moon and be next to the moon, right? I always like to welcome the moon. So, welcome. Scorpio full moon, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and light it because out here in Los Angeles, it starts around 9:14 and it's around that time. It's around that time, so I'm gonna just go ahead and light it and we could get started. Sorry if there's any noise out here, okay? All right, and it is lit. And I'm gonna get started. Sorry if there's any noise out here, you guys. I know that this is definitely unplanned. Let me go ahead and see if I can get, okay. I know this is definitely unplanned, but I definitely wanted to come on here, do this live, so that we can have this energy rolling, okay? All right. So let's talk a little bit first about my last full moon. Now, I wasn't prepared, okay? And I think it was for a reason. Something kept trying to get me to miss it. Now, that day I was busy, you know, I'm always reading about, I'm always reading up on different astrology things and different things pertaining to signs and tarot cards, and I was just deep and steady, deep in meditation, deep in looking through my cards when I got a phone call and realized I was just like a day behind. I thought it was the next day, so I had time to prepare, and then I just realized that I had missed the actual time. You guys know I like to start the rituals or light the candle exactly when that full moon hits. I'm in Los Angeles, so I like to start it exactly at that time, and it's different times every single time, right? It's different times every single time, and I like to be right on time, but I was late. I was really late. You know, it came out maybe 2 something in the afternoon, and here I am at 7 o'clock, just barely passing by a store to gather the things I needed to gather to do it. So I was late already. On top of that, when I did get that candle, I did get it from a different shop than what I normally go to. And in that particular shop, I knew there was, I knew the lady kind of had opposing energy from mine, especially because every time I go in there, she has red on, and I tend to wear a lot of blue. And I know that red is like the opposite energy from blue, right? So here I am, going into that shop, and I was talking to her, and she, you know, I allowed her to help me dress it with different things. And I've learned now that it you know, not all energies mesh well with yours, you know. I just thought it'd be real cool and exciting if I could bring somebody else into this, but I wasn't able to bring and pull somebody else into it. Now, one thing I have realized is that I will need to be very protective, right? So let me go ahead and you might not be able to see it. I'm sprinkling a little bit of protection powder in the candle, okay, around the candle. You might not be able to see me doing it, but because I am doing this in public, and I definitely like my trials and errors early, right? And not later. I just wanted to make sure I was getting a lot of protection ahead of time. I like to definitely dress them with oils and different herbs, okay? So I'm just going to pour a little bit of protection. All right. A little bit of protection. And I don't think you guys were able to see that, but it's there. It is there. One day I'll be able to get the cameras well. Now let's talk a little bit about the Scorpio full moon, okay? This one we have an eclipse going on. It's also a blood moon, and a blood moon is pretty much to put it in simpler terms, when you see the to make it more simple, when you see that the moon is red, that's considered a red moon, okay? And everybody pretty much knows what an eclipse is. Maybe later I'll do a whole video to where I can explain things step by step as far as the moon energy goes, okay? The first time I actually heard about moon energy was actually in nursing school, when they said, when we were on the psych portion, when we were talking about psychology and the psych wards and stuff, they talked about how during full moons, you know, people with mental disabilities would kind of get all rowdied up and worked up during full moons. And I thought that was really interesting. But it wasn't until now that I was able to put it all together, because during those times I wasn't even practicing yet, right? All right. So another thing I also wanted to talk about with the Scorpio full moon is that it works for some signs a little better than others. Others might have a little bit more chaos in their life, but I know that it definitely worked for Scorpio, Pisces, I think Cancer also. Capricorn is another sign that that the Scorpio full moon works for. Is there any other sign I can remember? I'll probably do another one tomorrow. You guys know that I like to come out here and I like to start I like to come out here and I like to just start by actually turning it on. Like I said, it stays on the whole entire time, okay? And I just want to share that energy with you. The Scorpio full moon is about releasing, right? Letting go, okay? Because Scorpios tend to not know how to let go. But it's all about letting go. So you can definitely use this energy of the full moon to, you know, let go of things that you have a hard time letting go of, okay? Let me pull out a card and see. Hopefully you guys can see this much better. Can see this all right. Let me see. I was looking for some lighting, but I'm not getting any lighting. I wanted to pull out a card and see how this ritual, this candle burning, how this full moon is really going to affect us. How will this full moon and this ritual affect us? Tarot cards. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can really see this, but let me see if I can get it. There we go. I got the dedication card. This is the 9 of Swords, but over here, it's the dedication card. Okay? I feel like whatever you're going to be releasing is going to help you to dedicate yourself towards the things that you want to dedicate yourself to. Let me, you know, one thing I have noticed when I was dealing with Scorpios is that when they put their attention to something, they can really dedicate themselves to it. Okay? You know, when you release negativity, it opens up a path in your life. And whatever it is that you're going to be releasing with this full moon, it's going to allow you to dedicate yourself to the things that are most important to you, okay? And she looks really beautiful over here dedicating herself. Some of you guys might dedicate yourselves to music, okay? Because I'm getting a very musically tune over here, okay? If you're a musician, I feel like you're going to be able to, you might be able to release some blockages that will get you to dedicating yourself to making music again. All right? So I do have the dedication card, which is really good. I like this. This is going to work out. This is really going to work out. And, you know, I'm just realizing, let me put this card here right now. I'm just realizing what I'm just realizing what the cards were trying to tell me the day that I did pull out the cards. You guys remember the cards that I pulled? I think it was of two women. It was the two of fire, I believe, in that deck. And it was of two women. And it looked like they were on opposite sides. So I guess that's what it was talking about. It was talking about there's an opposing force. And that's real interesting. I told you guys there's never been a time where I've lit a candle and had that kind of reaction where no matter what I did. But the energy just didn't mesh too well. So it just kind of... burned it out. I did, on the other hand, I couldn't get back on for a while. I had a lot of things going on, and I really got behind on my work that I needed to do. So I needed to take the moment to finish my work. At the same time, I ended up getting sick. I was recovering from being sick. I told you guys that before. And it was just all kind of coming to, a bud at that moment. I needed to take time to really take care of myself. But I'm glad to see this dedication card because it works for you and it works for me, and it means that we're going to be able to release blockages that are taking away our dedication. Okay, so this is all about being able to release your blockages. Okay. Another card I wanted to pull out is, how do we get this energy to really, and you know what? I love this. Okay, it is real fiery from the beginning. All right, the air is definitely helping it, but it's definitely a strong fire straight from the beginning. And not all of them are, or not all candle burns are intense fire from the beginning. As you can see, when I started that other burn, it was just low from the beginning. I thought it was gonna get, stronger later. But it didn't, it didn't. It just burned out. And no matter what I did, it just kept burning out. I actually still have it sitting there. I was unable to finish burning that candle. And, one day I might try to do it again and see if it ever does work. You never know. Times change, things change. Sometimes your energy changes and you're able to work it out. But as of right now, I haven't been able to get it to burn. Okay. The most I got was halfway. And even that halfway really took some work. And I can be very dedicated and stubborn, And I was stubborn to keep trying, and it just wasn't going to work. Whoa, okay. That's a lot of cards, so I'm not going to go through them. But I did want to see, how can we help? Because a lot of times it also takes your action. I was talking to you guys last time, and I was talking about how when you're doing these rituals, you got to get up and do something, okay? It's not just going to magically come. If you're doing it for money, you got to get out and go work, okay? Or look for a job, or, run your business, or whatever it is that you want, okay? So you got to put some action behind it. So let's ask the cards, what kind of action can we put behind it to really help us here? Oh my God, I got the ecstasy card. And over here, it is the 5 of vessels, the 5 of cups. But in this deck, let me see if I can get a better picture. In this deck, it's the ecstasy card. All you really need to do is be happy. All right. All you really need to do is celebrate. I think because this is about dedication, it's just like bring that energy. That's what I'm getting. Bring that energy. Bring that energy. And that's all it is. It's like bring that energy, and your energy will take you far. Okay. That is the full moon in Scorpio, you guys. This is just the beginning. I just wanted to put this out here, let this energy out. I don't know how these rituals are gonna, develop as they go on. I'm just glad this is the beginning, so I'm still working it out. There aren't a lot of people watching right now, but as people start watching and as people start coming in and joining this, I expect it to really be something nice, okay? I don't know how it's going to end up. And sometimes it's better that way when you don't know how these things are going to end up. You saw what happened last time, and that's the scary part of trying to do this. When you try to light a candle and it does not burn. But here we are at the Scorpio full moon. All right. And we are going to let out whatever blockages that we have. This is all trial and error and learning. I know now to only use my dressings, not to use anybody else's. Okay. I'm going to have to rely on you guys. I think as time goes on, the right partnerships, the right people will come by. At this moment, I am just going to start. I just want you guys to know right now I am still here and I am working these things out for you so we can have successful manifestations. Even before anybody is here, I am here and I am doing this, okay? You guys have a wonderful night. It has been about 16 minutes almost. And I just wanted to welcome in the new moon with you guys. All right. We are releasing and it's going to affect us. This full moon is going to affect us by allowing us to dedicate ourselves to the things that we want to dedicate ourselves to. Okay. This is going to release so that we can dedicate. For some of us, some of the things that we've been dedicated to that are harmful for us, we're going to be able to release them so that we can move on to the next level, okay? Very powerful. It's also an eclipse. Like I said, I was watching the eclipse happen, okay? I was watching it as it was becoming dark. It kind of looked like a crescent moon as it was coming in, all right? And then I'm going to watch it go away and turn back into a full moon. So this is going to be a very powerful energy, you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Welcome to the full moon in Scorpio, everybody.